Hi guys, happy Wellness Wednesday. Boop. That's our new little jingle. Yep, I am writing jingles these days. That's what I'm doing now. Jesse, let me know that you can hear me whenever you go to Gents. And I have a really great topic for us today, and I can't wait to share it with you. Also, I have some news and some announcements. Let me just check one thing. All right. So, great topic for us today, like I said. And I want to start by sharing that I'm so excited that enrollment for Crazy Sexy You is now open. What? Crazy Sexy You, my 21-day total wellness program. We're doing it. We moved the whole thing to the spring to make it a little easier for you guys. Plus, spring is the time of renewal. So it's enrollment open, and it's only open until Friday at midnight Pacific time. And then poof, it goes away for another year. And this year, I'm so excited because we have two levels. We have a self-study level for all of you solo flyers. And then we also have the live coaching experience, which we've expanded. And there's just so much goodness in it, so I want you to check it out if you're into it. Let me give you the link, which is also in this post, and I'm sure we'll pin it too, but I will say it out loud also for you guys who like to hear things out loud, which is kriscarr.com/CSY program. We've already got thousands of people in it, and like I said, it's going to be a good time. We're going to help you feel better because that is what we do. So that's going on. Another thing is happening this week I want to invite you to because you are my Facebook family, my inner crew, my Wellness Wednesday posse. Tomorrow I am doing a live coaching call on willpower. What? We all try to have it. We all try to keep that motivation up, but it waxes and it wanes and we beat ourselves up and we wonder why we can't be more disciplined and why can't we get it done this time? And we tried all these diet programs and none of them work. We tried this, that, and the other thing. We always fail. Bleh. All that stuff that we tell ourselves, throw it out the window. We're going to talk about 3 things to do instead. And the 3 things that I'm sharing with you have totally changed my life. They've helped me follow through on my health goals. They've helped me follow through with my relationship. They've helped me follow through in business. So come and join us. I'm also going to talk a bit about the program, and our nutrition director and program manager is also going to join me for that. So we're going to have some fun. It's going to be a girl hour, but guys are welcome too. So if you want to do that, pretty sure I put a link in this post. If I didn't, I will. But if you want to come and hang out on this live call, then you're going to make sure I say the right one. You're going to go to kriscarr.com/live call. Hi guys, thank you for all the hearts. Or maybe it's just my mom doing one heart, just doing it over and over again. So, yeah. No, but I see you. This is great. Mike's here, and Jennifer's here, and Maggie's here, and Dawn's here, and Pam's here. Yay! Karen's here, tuning in late. No worries. I just get started. Susan and Mercedes and Ashley. Hi, guys. So happy that you guys are all here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so before we dive into our topic today, which is my morning routine. It's the question that I get asked the most. What is your morning routine? How do you start your day in a healthy way, Kris Carr? I'm going to share it with you. But I want to do a little personal update because, like I said, this is our time. I want to know what's going on in your life. I want to share tips with you, but I also want to share what's going on in my life, just like we would if we were hanging around the dinner table, catching up, being real, saying, here's what I'm feeling, this is what I'm thinking, this is what's going on for real for me. So you guys know that we adopted Tara. If you're bored of me talking about her, just tell me, but she is just like the new apple. She's not the total apple in my eye because I have Lola. That would be wrong to say. She's not here right now, so she didn't hear that. But she's had surgery today, you guys. She had to have her leg amputated because it's just not salvageable. She's been in pain for so many years. I feel sad for her. I can't imagine living in the amount of pain that she's been living in. But I'm so glad that we got to rescue her, and she's going to be doing a lot better. We're not totally out of the woods though, because there's a chance that there's a chance that they found cancer in her leg and it's going to get biopsied, but we will know soon. So I just had finished an Instagram live. I'm going to ask you guys the same thing. If you could send your good wishes, your prayers, your love, if you could keep this cute little sentient angel being in your thoughts and just send her your kindness, that really matters. It makes a big difference. So I appreciate that. Thank you for all your loves and hugs and thumbs up right now. I will keep you guys posted. And regardless what her diagnosis is, she is in the right hands. I know a thing or two about sarcoma. And regardless of how much time she has with us and what the prognosis is, we are going to give her so much freaking love and joy and a few cookies. And I just feel blessed regardless. So thank you. Thank you for letting me share that. Thank you for all of your beauty and for being my friend. Okay, so now, since we're talking about good energy, positive vibes, all that you just sent my way, let's talk about starting your day in a positive way, because how you start your day sets the stage for your day, sets the stage for your life. So I'm going to share what I do. You do not have to do what I do. You may find some inspiration in what I do, and you can pick and choose and create your own morning routine and practice if you don't already have one. If you have one, I would love for you to share what works for you, because I'm sure we would all love to know, right? We're in this together. So super important that the first hour for me is all mine. It's all mine. My job is to give. My job is to love. My job is to help, right? That is what I do for a living. That is who I am. There is no difference between the two. But if I don't start my day giving to me first, then I get depleted very easily. So I give myself the first hour of my day. I wake up at 5:30. 5:30 to 6:30 is KC time. That's when I spend time filling my well. If you have 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, just give yourself that time. If you get up a little earlier to make sure that you have it so you can be grounded, centered, and in your spirit, then you want to make sure you go to bed a little bit earlier, because what we don't want to do is say, well, stay up late to do all the stuff you have to do and get up early to give yourself you time. No, sleep is super important. Sleep is more important to me than my business, my mission, my passion, all of that kind of stuff. Like, taking care of myself has to come first. Otherwise, I am not walking my walk, talking my talk, and I'm not taking care of myself. And let's not forget, I am a stage 4 cancer patient. I got to keep my game on. So that hour is mine. And we talked about not burning the candle at both ends. So get your little cute tushies to bed earlier if you can, and if you do end up getting up earlier. First thing I start with is a big old glass of water, just like this. I go downstairs, sneak out of bed so as not to wake my husband, because I love him, but I need my alone time. Have my big old glass of water, let the dogs out, make sure everybody peed, nobody's chasing a deer, all that kind of stuff is happening. Having my little water. Then I come in, and before I can talk myself out of it, before I can say, I don't feel like it, or didn't I do that yesterday, or whatever I might say, I sit my butt down and meditate. Sometimes on this little flat leopard pillow that is falling apart and I've had for over 20 years, maybe 30. No kidding. Or this one's a little fancier. It's a real meditation cushion, but you don't need that. That does give me a little bit more back support. And I sit there and I use my Insight timer, which we talked about a few Wellness Wednesdays ago when I was sharing my favorite apps. I'm sure you can find that somewhere on Facebook. My Insight timer is great because there's a little bell. It's like, bing. I set it for 10 minutes. And at the end of the 10 minutes, bing, it's over. And nothing makes me feel better than when I actually do it. I may be fighting like a marlin beforehand, like, no, don't put me out of the water, right? I might be fighting, I might not want to do it, but after I've done it, I feel so much better, so much more connected to myself, so much more just on my game, in my joy, and I'm so much more able to roll with whatever the day brings, right? And meditation, I have to say, above anything, has been the tool to help me get that. After I meditate, I do some time reading something positive. last week, I think, I can't remember. They're all blending into one because we have an archive of content now. We've been doing this. We have history, you and me. I've been reading Ask and It Is Given. We talked about creating a book club, which we are going to do. I just have to figure out how we're going to choose our books and what our plan is going to be. But I'm still reading this one. I'm a little bit behind, been trying to do one a month. I think that I will definitely be able to get through this maybe in the next week or two. And then we will pick a book for May. But this book is so magical. It has changed me in ways that I didn't think possible. I've known about Esther and Jerry Hicks' work for years, and Abraham, obviously. This is the teachings of Abraham, or the law of attraction. But for whatever reason, I didn't really spend much time there. Well, I guess when the teacher is ready, or the student's ready, the teacher appears. Is that it? This student is ready, and these teachers have appeared. I'm gonna take a couple of minutes and just read something positive to you as if we were starting our day together. And this is about the meditation practice, like what you could accomplish in 30 days if you just gave yourself that 10-minute meditation practice. And they actually say, you don't really need to do more than 10 to 15 minutes. Isn't that great for all of us who want to move on to something else? So here's what this passage that I chose for you says. What we are really encouraging is that every day you be selfish enough to say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. And I'm going to find ways to do so today. I'm going to begin my day by meditating and bringing myself into alignment with my source energy. And as I move through the day, I'm going to look for opportunities to appreciate so that all day long, I'll bring myself back into source energy. If there's an opportunity to praise, I am going to praise. If there's an opportunity to criticize, I am going to keep my mouth shut and try and meditate. That's hard sometimes because you want to be like, oh yeah, you know what else she said? Get this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Avoid it. If I feel like criticizing, I'll say, here, kitty, kitty, and I'll pet my cat till the feeling goes away. Animal lovers. Another reason why I love them. Yeah, pet your cat, pet your dogs, do something nice, don't criticize. And then, so anyway, I'll read a little bit more. Within 30 days of mild effort, you can go from being one of the most resistant people on the planet to one of the least resistant people on the planet. And then those who are watching you will be amazed by the number of manifestations that begin to occur in your physical experience. Delicious. So, just wise words. Filling our day, filling our first hour, filling our minds with something positive. It really changes the game. What else? Journal. This is my journal. I've been journaling since I was 14 years old. And I was doing an Instagram live earlier and I said, I still have those journals. What a sweet child. Oh my gosh, her visions of what she wanted. She wanted new ballet slippers. That is all she wanted. It was so easy back then, just new ballet slippers and some leg warmers. And she had everything she ever could need. But I've been journaling ever since then. And I'd say this practice has totally changed my relationship to myself. It has been the thing that has taught me about myself. And it is the thing that has made me my own dear friend, dear, dear, dear friend. And my journal is my dear friend. So it is a good place to just connect and check in with me. I start with 10 gratitudes. Because like we were talking about recently, it's hard to be overwhelmed, pissy, annoyed, angry when you're also in gratitude and appreciation. So I start with 10 gratitudes and then I do a little journal exercise. Getting texted by my friend. I do a little journal exercise and I write these exercises for me, custom for me. And I'm thinking I might share them with you too, because you probably enjoy them and all you journalers out there can take them for a spin. I'm going to share the 2 exercises or prompts that I wrote for myself this morning and that I answered. The first one is, how are you doing? How are you doing? How often do you ask yourself, hey, how are you doing? You okay? What's going on? So how are you doing? And the trick here is to make sure that when you're responding in your journal, that you are also sharing the positive, because it's easy to go straight to negative, like when you're asked that question, well, Tara's leg has to come off and this is happening and Brian's going away for the weekend. How am I going to, right? So making sure that you're also sharing the positive as you're being honest and saying what you're feeling and venting or whatever it is. But I think you know where I'm going. We want to elevate our energy, so we want to make sure that that is included. And then the other question that I asked myself this morning in my journal was, what could you do to help yourself feel even better energetically? So I wrote, what could you do to help yourself feel even better energetically? So notice I didn't say physically. I wasn't like, you could go to the gym and you could rebound and dry brush and you could all these different things on the to-do list, worthy things, but that was not the question. It was energetically. So that usually means some sort of mental shift. I'm thinking this way about this experience, and I need to drive out of that negative neighborhood back into the positive neighborhood where I am thriving, happy, healthy, wise, vibrant, and joyful. So that's a big question. I like answering it, and it's often very illuminating. Next up, what happens next? Well, it's juice and smoothie time. You guys, it's juice and smoothie time. And this is the thing that I don't skip without fail. Like, I am so impressed by the people who say, I never skip exercise. I have a goal to be one of those people. I write in my journal often, I exercise every day and my body is strong. I write it as if it's happened. It has not happened yet, but it's getting closer. With juice and smoothies, it's like autopilot. I don't even have to think about it. It just happens. My husband and I either make a green juice or a green smoothie each and every day without fail. Maybe twice a year. It doesn't happen because we had to run to Newark Airport at 4 a.m. and that didn't happen and we didn't make it the night before. But this practice is so central to how I've been able to manage my well-being, and it's something that I just love and share with you guys often. And it's a big part of Crazy Sexy You, which again is our 21-day total wellness program. We have so many beautiful recipes, and there's 3 weeks of meal plans for you, shopping lists, everything you possibly need to start to feel better. And juicing and blending is part of that. So I'm going to answer some questions in a little bit, and I'll see where you guys are and what's going on with you. Let me finish my little list for myself. And then I'm usually at my desk by 8:30, 9 o'clock. And that is, I take the first hour of my work day and make sure that it is for me too. So I don't schedule meetings. It's time for me to check in with my inbox and do what I need to do before I start to do what I need to do for other people. So let me tell you the things that I don't do in the morning. This is what I don't do during my me time. This is not what I don't do in my 8:30 get to your desk time. Well, that's not necessarily true. This is what I don't do during my me time. Let's go back. I do not read the news. I do not check social media. I do not check email. I do not have negative conversations, or I do not complain. So if my husband happens to come down during my, down because our bedroom's right above our head. If he comes downstairs during my morning practice, I might spend a little bit of time with him, but we don't engage in negativity and we don't talk about work because we live together, we love together, we run our business together, and it's really super important for us to have couple time and not like colleagues time because nothing makes the magic die faster than bringing your work into every aspect of your life, especially if you work with your partner. At least that's my experience of it. Okay, so let me check in with you. That's pretty much my sweet little morning routine. Again, it's simple. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It just takes consistency, and you can take parts of it if you like. And I'm really curious to see what it is that you do in the morning. So let me just see. Lisa says, I've been making juices and smoothies on Sundays and keep them in the fridge for the week. Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, summer vacation is coming up, says Eileen, and she can't wait to start my day this way. You can start it now, Eileen. Start it now. Just do 10 minutes. Start it now, Eileen. Don't wait. Yvonne says, aw, beautiful Kris, you are the mental health hug I needed today. Honey, I'm so happy. Dawn says, my journaling always seems to be negative, so I don't stick with it. Ah, Dawn, stick with it. You can ask yourself some of these prompts, like what I was suggesting, like, how are you doing? And making sure that you put the positive in there. I'm going to write some special for you, Dawn. When I share, I'm going to do an episode all on journaling with some prompts, and we're going to put some in there just for you. Yes to gratitude. That's the other thing, Dawn. You could start by just writing 10 gratitudes. And if you don't want to be positive after that, close the book. Just close it. Good reminder about the book. Okay, so this is a live call question. Kris, can you tell me where you're doing your live call tomorrow? I'm going to be sitting right here in my living room, and you, my dear, can just log in. So if you go to the link in this post, you can sign up for it. And I know you're in the UK. I send a recording out of the call because we have people all over the world in all different time zones. And I do the calls usually around 4 my time, Eastern time, but you can still listen after I send it to you, or the next day. So just go ahead and sign up and you'll still get to hear it. Oh, and then Joey says, literally just opened my eyes in Australia. Good morning. Getting up to get my glass of water. Well, Joey, you have a great day. You have a great day, Joey. How do you meditate? Okay, so I want you to go to kriscarr.com because I have some basic how to meditate videos there, and maybe one of my amazing team. Oh, look at Jessie. Jessie from Team Crazy Sexy Faster Than I Can Even Say just gave you a link to a great blog on how to meditate, and there may be even be a video in there. All right, you guys, and then thank you for all the love for our sweet girl Tara. That is it. Our time together is done. I love you. I hope you have an amazing week. Think about your morning. Think about how you can start the day by giving to you, because you matter. You're very, very important to the world and to me. And so I hope that this inspires you. Again, Crazy Sexy You enrollment is open. So if you want to join us, we would love to have you. It closes on Friday. And if you want to learn more about the program, you go to kriscarr.com/CSY program. And if you want to join me for my live call on willpower, you go to kriscarr.com/live call. And we'll make sure both of these links are in this post. And I'll see you next week. Mwah!